This is the Devon's drill, the best drill in Hypixel Skyblock. And if you want to get one, you will need roughly 1.5 billion coins worth of materials. And I already have one, which is why I'm able to make over 30 million coins an hour mining rubies. And since I'm on a regular profile, rather than an Iron Man profile, which prevents you from buying, trading, or selling anything to other players, coins give me the power to buy anything I could ever want. At least in the game. Well, with a few exceptions, of course. The first thing I need to buy is a new weapon, because if I want to be able to progress in any task that doesn't involve mining, I'll need some serious upgrades. At the moment, my net worth is entirely made up of 3 things: a Devon's set of armor, a Devon's drill, and an Ender Dragon pet that I currently can't even use since I have no weapon to pair it with. Now, I can't just pair any weapon with it, which is why I'm going for the absolute best weapons. The only issue is these weapons all cost billions of coins, but since I can make over 30 million coins an hour, that shouldn't be too much of an issue, right? Well, I decided to put that to the test, and since spring break just started, I had a lot of time on my hands. First, of course, I did what anyone trying to make money would do, and I relied on my best method: gemstone mining, which is essentially the repeated mining of glass that respawns every 5 minutes. As boring as it is, I know I can trust it to make me rich, so I sacrifice my happiness to make coins in a minigame. A block minigame. So if you can sacrifice the like and subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. Now, how long did I spend mining these gems? Well, my collection increased from almost exactly 1 billion to a bit over 1.13 billion, which equates to around 400 million coins. This took around 15 hours, since I wasn't mining at maximum efficiency and my lobbies kept closing, so I had to keep remaking them. Now, I could have continued, mine gemstones for another 10 plus hours the next day to maximize profits, but I was kinda burnt out, so instead I went over to the Mines of Devon, a structure that spawns full of gold, and I mined out all of the gold. But after mining 20 million coins worth of gold, I once again was burnt out, and I was so exhausted I just went to bed. When I woke up, I almost couldn't stand to touch my drill, but I was still over 100 million coins away from being able to afford the best sword in the game, with all of its important upgrades. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the Hyperion, a sword made of 4 of the rarest items in the game: the Necron's Handle, the Wither Shield Scroll, the Implosion Scroll, and the Shadow Warp Scroll. So I decided to switch my method of earning money up just a little bit. You see, by going into different lobbies, you're able to advertise that you have a lot of coins in your purse, and players will visit you, trying to sell you items for cheaper than they are worth, so they can have money quickly. This is known as lowballing. Now, if I were to lowball items for 10% less than they are worth, and sell them again, I could make super easy money. After the 2% tax, I would walk away with a free 8% of whatever the item I bought was worth. But I realized that a lot of the items would take a long time to sell. So I devised a plan where I would ask players if they're willing to sell their items to me for 15% cheaper. And apparently, Skyblock players are kind of desperate for some quick coins because most of them took me up on my offer. Now, how would buying an item for 15% less than it's worth make it sell any faster? Well, all I had to do was go to the other lowballers who were buying items at 10%, and I would make an instant 5% profit with 0 tax. Now, I got pretty lucky because I already had 1.4 billion coins at this point. So someone visited me and sold me a completely maxed out Terminator that was worth 1 whole billion coins. And I only got it for 855 million. I then went to a lowballer and made an instant 35 million coins by selling it to him for another 890 million coins. This literally took 10 seconds for me to do, although my luck kinda ran out and my subsequent offers were rejected by like the next 20 players that visited me. But after a little while, I did get a lot of good flips that made around 4 to 5 million each, so in just a few hours with fairly minimal effort, I made over 100 million coins. Now, with that, I have enough money to buy all the necessary parts to craft the Hyperion, but I want to make sure I have at least a little money left over in my bank. So, if you want to see me craft it, you'll just have to wait until the next episode.